moving on to the educational side, we've had this conversation a little bit as well. We've touched on it with regards to the consumers being educated as well, because I know you're pretty passionate, same as me, about that. Explain, you have on-farm visits, do you?
Yep. Yeah, we do farm tours here. You're right. Look, if the people with all the power to create change in the world, not just Australia, in the world, are the consumers.
Yeah.
They're the ones that actually create bad or good, and it's done by the way they spend their money. So you choose to spend your money on cheap food, then the farmer that produced it had to produce it very cheaply, and someone has to lose. So either the farmer loses, doesn't make enough money, or the land does. There's no way of making food cheap without something losing, right? So food has to be a fair price, and you have to be prepared to pay it if you want to see all of these beneficial changes. If you want to see farmers looking after the land, because what they can do in looking after the land, they can change the climate. So they can stabilise the climate, which, guess what, affects the consumer. So, and the consumers are, quite often you see farmers getting blamed by consumers for destroying the landscape. And look, sometimes that's fair. Sometimes that's a fair call. But at the same time, the consumers clear trees, vegetation mostly along the coastlines of Australia to live, and turn it into concrete. So they are just as guilty. There is not one person living in this world that is guilt-free. And it's not just a one-person solve. This is for everyone to do. But the consumer has all the power, because they vote the people in that's supposed to run the country, and that's another story, we won't get into that. But they also determine how farmers farm.